Cool. I think just to open it up, if you don't mind, Caleb, introducing yourself and
Okay.
giving a little bit of background into what motivated you to build the app.
Yeah, so my name's Kaleb Taff, and I came up with the idea for the app Strength in Numbers about 2 years ago. I've been really interested in fitness, real passionate about it since I was about 19, so about 16 years now. Um, and over the years, I've seen a lot of people struggle with maintaining accountability or getting started, or even for the more advanced people, kind of moving to that next level, gaining that 5 pounds on their PR or losing that last 5 pounds of body fat for a competition or anything like that. And I haven't really, what started it all was me thinking it would be a good idea to have a platform where people could come together and find workout partners. And that was the little baby idea that I had, 2 o'clock in the morning 2 years ago. And it just kind of evolved from there into really hammering on the community aspect of it and building a really strong community within the strong culture within the fitness community.
Yeah. I think it was born out of a place where you noticed it was a gap, at least
Yeah.
within fitness, and you're just trying to bring people better. Because I know it's a lot easier when you have somebody that's there with you as far as accountability.
Yep.
Well, awesome. And I guess the point where we first connected, because I remember when you reached out, can you talk to me a little bit about like the problem or challenge that you were facing before you started working with us, and what ultimately led you guys to feel comfortable enough to start working with our team?
So we hired another development team out of Florida to initially build this thing. And over the 12 months that we worked with that other company, there was a lot of like breakdown in communication. There was a lot of lack of communication, and there was a lot of kind of misinterpretation that ended up being a huge headache towards the end. Um, they they weren't very consistent with conversations, regardless of how much we asked. And we would ask like for a specific function or for something to not function a specific way without going into too great detail. And there was a lot of argument from them saying, oh no, you want it this way, regardless of what we said. So it didn't really feel like we had as much say in our own app as what we felt we should. And my business partner, John, who you guys know, he was the one that reached out to you guys originally. He's in the Fayetteville area, and he called me and said, hey, there's a lot of tech companies around my area. Do you want me to start looking around? And I can't tell you how many he looked at first, but he landed on you guys, reached out to you guys. I don't remember who he spoke with first, but you guys set up a meeting. He jumped on a meeting, and I think the call was maybe 30 minutes or so. And that 30 minutes was enough to convince him. He called me and he was like, I don't want to use anybody else. It's like these guys were absolutely awesome. And then the next meeting that we set up with you guys, he brought me on. And it was really funny that I didn't bring up any of the pain points that I was having with the previous development company. You guys offered up the answers to the questions that I hadn't asked yet. So how you guys structure your company, it was that told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah,
How you structured your meetings and all the communication, how you did everything on the front end, what it looked like in the middle, what it looks like on the back end. You were very transparent. And at the end of it, I'm pretty sure I said, well, you guys answered all of my questions before I even had a chance to ask them.
Well, we try to be thorough, so no,
Yeah.
that's good to hear. And I guess talk about what the experience was like, because you guys were deep in it with our team. So I know there's a lot of steps that go along the way to building an app. So yeah, what was that experience like?
Man, the first phase of it, when we were building out the wireframe and just kind of getting the bare bones, what it's going to look like, was so much fun. It allowed so much creativity. And then what was really nice is there's so much experience with you guys that I would mention something or John would mention something. We would like this functionality. And then you guys would play off of that and say, hey, that's a great idea. What do you think about adding X, Y, and Z? And it was all the things that we weren't able to think of yet. So it was so much fun on the front end. And then you guys are so fast on pumping out demos and giving updates. There was constant communication throughout the entire process, which was so nice because it was something we weren't used to. And everybody was very professional. Everybody was very prompt with answering any questions that we had. If you guys didn't have the answer, you'd go find it. And that was really, really nice. You guys put us a lot at ease just because a lot of the times we don't know what to expect because this is our first go round. I'm very thankful that we picked you guys building our first app. It's been a great experience.
Awesome. Awesome. And I know it's still early days, but as far as the impact that you've seen the app make in the community, can you talk a little bit about that?
I haven't shared this feedback with you yet, so you're going to get a real-time reaction here. But it's been kind of cool. The last 5 people that I've spoken with, it's been some ladies at the gym that do group classes every evening. And I shared the app with them, told them to get onto it and play around with it and look at it and all that. And there were 2 of them that I spoke with, and I was like, so what do you guys think about it so far? And they're like, it's awesome, structured really well. I would like to see this, this, and this. So really cool feedback right up front. And then I said, well, we're still looking to add a whole lot because it's still in beta. And they kind of cocked their heads and they were like, well, I thought this was a finished product. I didn't realize that you were still adding to it. I thought this was it. Like, this looks like a completed app. So that was really cool. And that's kudos to you guys for building out a test version essentially of this thing, and it looks like a finished product already.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool to hear.
Yeah.
And I guess this goes hand in hand with that as far as what's making you the most excited about what's to come with the app right now?
Seeing the magnitude of the potential that it has. Like, this thing has so much potential to make a very large impact, especially it's cool seeing the complaints of the existing social media right now in the fitness world. I can't speak about any other industry right now because that really, the fitness industry is the only one I'm focused on right now when it comes to social media. But all of the complaints that they currently have right now, none of the least being all the negativity around any kind of fitness post. People just spam post shit, and there's people tear each other down, and there's no real point to it. And you can't filter that out on the existing social media platforms. And then I had a conversation with Sarah last night. I was thinking about marketing, and we're trying to reach the bulk of the fitness industry, not just a niched area of the fitness world. And I was thinking about trying to find a group of people that get together and train for 5Ks. And that's not my space, but I was thinking, man, it'd be cool to kind of get into that world and start talking to those people and get some feedback on it from a different avenue of fitness. And I honestly thought, man, if there was only something that would help me find that. And then I started laughing because that was a conscious thought. And I was like, oh shit, my app. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm building. So seeing that it solved a problem that I thought up in real time was really, really cool. And being in a new town, because I travel for work, I don't know chiropractors around here. I don't know massage therapists. I don't know where a good supplement company is. I don't know where any of the good gyms are. Um, and being able to kind of experience some of the pain points that the app is going to be able to solve for people is really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of the 5K, I'm trying to get a little bit better at that. So
Okay.
I mean, I've got a plan to cut the numbers down, but yeah, I could see how the app and just finding other people, because all I know is there's like a run club out where I
Yeah.
am, but besides that, like outside of just meeting Mondays, the app would be great at finding somebody that would be near me
Hmm.
to train with.
Yeah, being able to schedule a run
Yeah,
on a Thursday or whatever, and invite local people around you that you know are already interested in running 5Ks or just looking to get into better shape.
exactly. Yeah. So the only other question I have, Caleb, is, if somebody is considering working with us, because
Hmm.
there are plenty of times I think it can be very challenging in this space where
Hmm.
when you have so many options of how to build an app, because I know a lot of people are considering low code options.
Yeah.
And even if you say, hey, I do want to go the custom development route, because I know this is something that I want to scale over time.
Yeah.
And there's so many companies out there that it can be a little bit difficult to know who to even work for.
Hmm.
What would you have to say?
About choosing you guys over someone else,
Yeah.
I can't recommend you guys enough. And this is coming from somebody that has very little tech knowledge and tech experience. Um, Even the issues that I have in finding the correct questions to ask, you guys are able to help me with that. And that has been a godsend to me. There have been so many times where I've been kind of roadblocked as to what the next step needs to look like. And I have no way of knowing. And you guys have always been really good about coming together as a team and making the correct suggestions and explaining why, not just, hey, this is what we want to do because it costs the most money, or something
Yeah.
like that. It's, hey, this is what this looks like. This is what this looks like. This is what this looks like. Here are your pricing options. Here are the steps moving forward. Here's all the information you need to make the best decision for you, not for us. We don't care. We'll do whatever you want. And that's the attitude I've always felt from y'all, is genuine customer service. And you guys really seem to care about putting a lot of pride into building a quality product.
Yeah,
Um,
and we want to be like an extension of your team, right?
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this is what we enjoy doing, is
Hmm.
building products that we believe in, and then once the product's launched, as you continue to grow the user base, we all win together,
Yeah.
because the more users that you get, the more feedback that you're going to get, and there's going to be so many ways. It's almost going to be overwhelming, because so many suggestions on where the product goes from here, because we're
Yeah.
at a phase now where it's finding that market fit, and then the app will adapt and grow and change over time. So it's very, very much like a partnership long term.
And that's how it's always felt. It's always felt that we are working together on this. It's never felt like I'm working for you, you're working for me. You've never treated me like, well, you need to do this because I'm the expert. You've never made me feel like you were trying to strong arm me into anything. You have always made me feel like you legitimately care about me being pleased with the quality of product that you give me.
Right. Because
And
at the end of the day, it is your vision, and you know why you're building this. And
mhm,
we, of course, you're determining the why behind the product and the what, and
yeah,
we help with the how. How can we go about doing this?
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, there has never been a point in this entire process where I have thought, okay, I'm going to use these guys for this portion of it, and then I'm going to move on somewhere else. I've um, always had it in my mind that indefinitely I want you guys to be the back end support on the app and the front end support on improving the app.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
always felt like this is going to be a very long term, like you said, a partnership.
Well, yeah, that's amazing. And Caleb, I appreciate it. That answers everything from my side.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned, we're thinking about using this to put on our website,
Okay.
because uh, while they're case studies, being able to hear from people is so powerful.
Right.
So thank you again.
It's my pleasure, man. I appreciate everything you guys have done for us.
Well, again, we feel the same way. We see this as a partnership, so we'll be excited to hear from you as the app grows and when you're ready to monetize it.
Yes, sir. I look
Awesome.
forward to it.
Well, great. I guess when will I be hearing from you next?
Probably within the next month, honestly. We're looking to push this thing pretty quick. We've got to get a little funds built up because we don't know what it's going to look like moving forward. But once we get some funds built up, yeah, we want to get this thing moving. We're
Awesome.
starting to gain momentum. We don't want to slow it down yet.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. So that sounds great, Caleb. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You do the same, buddy. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.